This is
Throwing Shade. We're feminasty Aaron Gibson.
And homosensual Brian Safi.
Take a look at the headlines in politics.
And pop culture.
And treat them with much less respect than they deserve.
Can you handle it? Brian, have you watched the show Looking?
I have. It's great.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you got the commemorative mug.
We're doing product placement now.
We are.
For shows that are already on the air.
And shows that have absolutely not asked us to.
No, absolutely not.
It's so nice to be in this hot box of a studio where there's no AC running.
No.
It's like 90 degrees outside, and you're drinking a hot tea.
Well, you know, they say that if you drink something hot, you'll be less hot.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know, I hate hot drinks. I hate them.
I know
hate
you
them,
do.
hate
I
them,
try to
hate
get
them.
you to drink them all the time. You won't do it.
There's something,
even in the winter.
I could like gag thinking about it. It's so gross to be like, yum, 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 wake up. You put on your crisscross and you get warmed up for the day.
Oh, your jump?
Yeah, exactly.
Crisscross will make you jump.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I put on my crisscross every morning.
The wiggity,
then I
wiggity,
do
wiggity,
cross
whack
stitch
daddy.
as I'm waking up, and then I wake up, get my mouth ready for all my talking, and then.
Are you the Mac Daddy or the Daddy Mac?
I think I'm the Daddy Mac.
Okay, yeah.
Are
I
you-
would do Mac Daddy. Yeah.
Isn't that
because
funny?
I'm wiggity, 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 whack.
I actually would.
Yeah.
Did you legitimately pick Mac Daddy?
Yeah.
I legitimately would pick Daddy Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what that means, but it means a lot.
You like Mac trucks, and that's why you picked that one.
I do. And you like McDonald's.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
How was your weekend? Did you go to the circus or go to the moon?
I
or-
did actually go to both of those things at my grandpa's 90th birthday party.
That you did go to both things then.
So I saw my cousins.
90?
90.
Wow.
90 years old.
If anyone said to me when I was 90, like more like 90 years young, I would shoot them such a look as to turn them to stone.
I honestly, it was my nightmare because I just saw all the gifts he was getting, and I think he was very appreciative. But like his neighbor in the desert gave him a mug with flowers painted on it, and I would have just thrown it at her.
Well, this is all I'm going to say for my 90th birthday. There's going to be a sign on my door and it says, "Warning, ye who enter the birthday or you need to know these things."
Yeah, you should. I'm glad you're thinking about this now because I don't know if this would fly when you're 90.
Number one, unless bitch is bringing me a new legs, this 90-year-old bitch, I'm not interested. I want new legs.
I can't wait till you're old.
I want new legs and I want a new heart and I want a new face.
You mean you want?
And I want
heart.
my ears to shrink back to how they were when I was 40.
Yeah, you do get big ears. Yeah,
And I want the nose hairs out of my goddamn nose.
Well, you can do that now.
Happy birthday, come on in, one and all, if ye dare, with my legs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's all going to be on the door.
They were taking pictures of all of us, and he was like,
Like glamour?
Yeah, glamour shots. We were doing boas. I said, Grandpa, you want to do a boa and some eyeliner? And he was like, no. And I was like, you can't walk, so you don't have a choice.
Nothing's funnier than an old man in a wig and a boa.
Putting old people in clothes is just like putting dogs in clothes. They can't say no.
They can't say no.
No, there's no consent.
They like to put on the giant sombrero at Senior Frogs and take pictures. They
Absolutely.
love
Dogs
it.
and old people love it.
Love it. Yeah. I had very cosmopolitan weekend.
You did?
Art exhibits. I went to go see the Pollock mural.
Jackson Pollock?
At the Getty. The
Where?
mural that he had in Peggy Guggenheim's entryway, which is like one of the most important works of art in America. And so I saw that and everyone was like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I took all my notes.
You call it the mural?
Well, it's called the mural. Yeah.
Okay.
The Jackson Pollock mural.
But it's not just called the mural.
It is called the mural.
But you called it the Jackson Pollock. It's like...
It's called Jackson Pollock's mural.
But are you sure it's not like, Tyler Perry's Medea?
Well, that was the mural next door.
Oh, okay.
So I saw the mural, walked out, went, ha, because I thought about
Who'd
it
you
for a
go
really bit of
with?
time. The person that I've been on dates with.
Mm-hmm.
And we both walked out and we're like, oh, what I liked was blank. What I liked was blank.
Then you were like, let's go in and let's finger each other's butts in front of it. Because you know how you're like you're like out there. You're like into performance art.
Yeah, I really am.
Yeah.
No, we didn't do any
That's
of
what
that.
Jackson Pollock did. He put paint in his butt and he's just pooped it all over. That's not from a paintbrush.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I am also reading Going Clear.
I don't know what that has to do with my Jackson Pollock.
Oh, it was just a full change of subjects.
Yeah.
From
What's Going Clear about peeing clear?
No, like the book on Scientology.
Why are you reading it?
Because I have to decide whether or not I'm going to join. I still haven't made up my mind.
Well, I have the answer. It's yes.
You're right. I guess I'll put the book down. Everything just sounded so nice about
Going
it. So.
Clear.
Yeah.
You're
Did
like
you ever see?
You're like the aliens in that movie where they have the bubble heads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't
Mars
know.
Attacks.
Yeah. It basically.
You know how they have see-through bodies?
Well, yeah. The religion, as you know, is called Scientology. We stole it from Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the New York Mets.
Yep.
You've heard of them.
Oh, Queens.
Queens.
No,
yeah.
I mean I don't know where they play, but they're all.
But they
a bunch
are
of
Queens. Yeah, exactly. Their second baseman, and that's the guy who works at the second base.
Who works there?
Yeah.
He does.
He clocks in and he's like, here for work. And then he stands on the base and then he takes orders and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he clocks out.
Yeah.
So their second baseman, Daniel Murphy, took paternity leave for a few days and everyone had a problem with it.
Well, it's very lazy.
So lazy.
Great, you had a kid. Don't you have a wife? That's what it's for, everybody. Hello.
You're basically you're basically telling my story.
My paternity leave? Getting out of the house for a little bit. Leaving the kids at home?
Why'd
That's
you say
my
like a
leave.
question?
Paternity leave?
Just keep saying it.
Paternity leave them at home. Paternity leave them at home.
Who is paternity?
All of us.
Okay, great. So Mike Francesca, who is a sports talk DJ.
I love that. That name. What else could you be?
Francesca.
Mike Francesca.
Mike Francesca, WFA in New York.
I love it.
You love it. He went on his show to air his problem with the Mets player for leaving the game to be with his wife who just pooped out a baby.
Right.
And he said this about...
You have so much to work out anally. I can't even go there with you.
I'm scared of my own...
I don't know what's happening.
I'm scared of my own butt.
Yeah.
Mike Francesca said, I don't know why you need 3 days off. You see the birth and you get back. Because your wife doesn't need your help the first couple of days. Why do you even need to take 10 days off? What are you even doing? So, I have some things that he could probably be doing. Mm-hmm. Holding a baby, being a dad, getting his wife ice, getting his wife food, seeing his family, sewing up her vagina.
Well, I doubt he would do that.
You should Google stage 4 vaginal tear.
And I doubt that he would do that.
Okay. Well, I don't think Francesca, as a father of 3, really understands fatherhood. I really feel bad for his wife and kids. And he wasn't the only person to have a problem with Murphy's paternity leave.
We're talking about Murphy Brown still?
Murphy Brown, yeah.
Okay.
Craig Carlton from the CBS show Boomer and Carlton.
I think I saw every episode of that show.
Boomer and Carlton?
Every single one.
Yeah. Someone on the show said that as long as you see that mom and baby are fine, after one day it's time to get your ass back to work. Yeah, you know. That was Carlton who said that. And then Boomer said, he gave some medical advice.
Oh, that's good.
He said, quite frankly, I would have said C-section before the season starts. I need to be at opening day. So sorry. This is what makes our money. So I love the phrase.
God,
I love the phrase,
disgusting.
this is what makes our money.
Yeah, ahead of a human life.
A human life, yeah. And he went on to apologize. He said, I was not telling women what to do with their bodies. I would never do that. That's their decision. That's their life. And they know their bodies better than I do.
Good apology,
It's not
actually.
an apology.
It's a disgusting thing to say, but a good apology.
Here's what I like about the apology. Here's what I don't like about the apology.
Mm-hmm. The gift of the apology.
It's a blanket. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
So he did apologize for talking about C-sections specifically, but it kind of misses the point where why are you giving this person a hard time for missing out on this birth? Why are you, he never said, I think it's perfectly acceptable for a baseball player to take time off to spend time with their child.
Yes.
That was never said.
Yep.
It was just I don't want to tell women to have C-sections. Great. Point noted. That's kind of not what we're talking about, but I think it is important to make sure that dads know that they bear the brunt of daddy issues, and if their children have daddy issues, it's because the daddy did the issues.
In this case, they bear the bunt.
Because of baseball.
Baseball.
That's great.
It's so funny because my book is called Bearing the Bunt, and it's all about bunt moves.
Oh, I thought it was about bunt cakes.
Well, the first chapter is called Bunt Cakes, and it's pictures of bunt cake.
And then the second one's
chapter
baseball.
is called Bunt
so
Moves.
So anybody who wants baseball tips, they have to get through bunt cakes.
Yeah. And you can't skip. You
can.
skip
It's a book.
You can't skip ahead.
Once you sell it and once you get someone's money, you don't have control over the book anymore.
Excuse me? Random House?
You're basically saying a Random House. You're not saying the publishing
There's
company.
a Random House that is publishing my book.
Yeah.
They're lovely ladies.
It's a boarded up 2-story Victorian.
Yes, absolutely. They, it smells like whatever heroin smells like. But
Cat
the
pee,
point,
yeah.
But the point is this.
So wait, hold on.
You
2
can't-
old ladies who are selling heroin in a boarded up Victorian
Are
house.
publishing.
That's who's publishing.
They're publishing
Bunt Cakes.
Bearing the Bunt.
Oh well, then never mind. People can do whatever they want with that book. We have one of the most influential women's advocates,
Yes.
lawyers,
Yep.
political firecracker,
Okay.
enemy of
Can we
Rush
get to her?
Limbaugh.
Because I feel like I'm watching a one-woman
of
show.
course.
Sandra Fluke.
Hi, guys.
Welcome.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
coming.
much. Thank you for having me.
You came to, I think, the country's attention in 2012 when the House Republicans said that, I guess you wanted to talk about a contraceptive mandate for insurance, right?
Yes.
And House Republicans were like, you can't speak here. So I guess my question
They
is,
actually used the hand.
they were like, absolutely not, lady. And then they did Beyonce right after, right? Yeah.
Definitely.
As a man, I don't know that much about birth control, but as a man, doesn't that mean I know more than you do?
Well, men know more about everything than women, so I think your logic is flawless. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Definitely.
What do you think the biggest problem Republican men have with birth control? Is it the fact that women have sex? Or is it just that they want to exert power?
I think that the problem that we're facing in this country is that we don't have enough folks who understand the real health consequences of these debates and the real impact on people's lives, seriously. And that's why it's so important that, typical everyday folks be able to speak out and share their stories, because it really does change the conversation.
So, huge news. You're running for a Senate seat in California.
I am.
Which is very exciting.
Thank you very much.
Well, my first question is, have you picked out the chair that you're going to sit in yet?
I actually did an interview recently in a like molding ornate throne. It was like an in the chair interview, so I think that one is probably a front runner at the moment.
That's good.
You should think about the Game of Thrones throne. Like just full swords.
Yeah.
Have you always been a feminist?
No. I grew up in a really conservative place, very socially conservative, also pretty economically challenged, and they're still kind of scratching their heads trying to figure out what went wrong with me, honestly. Yeah. But I saw a lot of things I didn't agree with, and I saw the consequences of them, and I suppose my sort of coming out, as it were, was college and finding that I could have a voice, I could stand up for communities that I was concerned about, and I could actually create change.
Did you get a lot of pushback from like your family and stuff like that when you started?
Yeah, my family and I don't see eye to eye on everything, but they love me, they're proud of me, they're supportive, and that's kind of what matters in families.
Is silence golden? Or do you talk about stuff?
At holidays, silence is pretty golden.
Yeah.
I never understand why poor areas are so conservative. Same in the South. We're from Texas, and I just don't get people living in squalor and voting for people who I feel like don't really care about.
Well, I think in some communities it's difficult to see the relative economic differences when you're living in a town where the teachers are the ones who are making a lot of money, right? Like you don't see the difference, but people are very values focused and very proud of the work that they do and proud of supporting their families. And I think those of us who are progressives have to start talking to people in a different way, because saying to someone, you need our help, you need to accept our help, is not, they're not going to hear that.
Yeah.
So it's more about what can we all do together to lift everyone up? What can we do to change the economic fortunes of the country as a whole so that everyone is sharing in prosperity? This is funny, right?
No,
Yeah,
this is wonderful. I
love
scream, you need my help to everyone I'm about to date. I just go up to someone and I say, you need my help, and they go, how are you going to help me? And then I'm stumped.
Yeah, and then the police come.
And then the police do come. Okay, Sandra, we want to play a game with you called Shade or No Shade.
Yes.
Where we rattle something off.
Yes.
You say shade if you don't like it and no shade if you do like it.
Okay.
The anti-vaccination movement.
Shade, 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 shade.
Angelina Jolie as Maleficent.
No shade.
I agree.
Yeah.
The Showbiz Pizza Bears. The singing bears.
I'm a strong environmentalist. Never any shade on the bears.
Okay, great.
Good. R2-D2 on Dancing with the Stars.
R2-D2, no shade. Love R2-D2.
Google Alerts.
Depends on the content.
Oh.
Do you Google alert yourself?
Yourself.
And your campaign?
Honey, I have people for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love it. The show Chips.
Half shade.
Vintage Rugs.
No shade.
Yeah.
Terry Richardson.
Shade.
Lady Gaga getting puked on at South by Southwest.
Always against the puke.
Jennifer
Shade.
Aniston.
No shade.
Yeah.
Okay, so if people want to vote for you, which everyone does, May
I'm
19th.
so hoping so, yes.
They need to register by May 19th if they're not already registered.
That's right.
And then voting is what day?
June 3rd. First Tuesday in June. Deal.
June 3rd, you go, you put put Sandra's name in, you pull the lever, you go, you get your sticker, and then you go have
You
a
get
smoothie.
your sticker, yeah.
What is your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is @Sandra Fluke.
Wonderful.
And where
Thank
can
you.
people find information about your campaign and give you money?
They can go to standwithsandra.org.
Sandra, it's been a pure pleasure.
Thank you guys very
Thank you.
much.